Good morning, Red Army. It's your boy Case, aka Face. I'm doing this for 18 Same-Day Casuals. We brought to you by Terrace called and Moo Moo Me Ice Cream. And I gotta stop clapping my hands because that's some constructive criticism I got. And this is, you know, I'm the man of the street, so this is my word in the street. This is what I'm hearing. Well, season's done. Finishing third in the Prim. Can't ask for much more. I would actually say we are the third best team in the league. If you want to own that title, that's what we are. You know, nobody beating us twice. I think maybe Brighton did it, but we still finished above them. But I don't know the big boys. Nobody's beaten us twice. I think we've gotten everybody at least once. Chelsea we tied and beat, so we own Chelsea. But that's the thing. That's another salute to Erik ten Hag and his team. To sum out the feelings and how things turned out, I think Ten Hag said it in his speech after the game, which was beautiful. I've never seen anyone do that since Fergie. But anyway, he addressed the Old Trafford. He gave thanks to the team. He gave thanks to his staff. And he gave thanks to the supporters, he said, for making Old Trafford a fortress. And that's the thing that is special about this man, is the connection he's allowed to build, or he's created, or just, you know, it's something we just haven't seen. It's a connection between the players, the team, the supporters, the coach, the team, supporters, and so forth. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. It's been a pleasure watching the season. I mean, I know it's not over. There's something else coming up, but what we did in Premier League, way above everyone's expectations. Things going on in the streets. People are kind of gassed off Eden van der Sar. Hot off the. Well, let's give Marcus Rashford and Alicia Russo. I'm destroying names. Both got Male Player of the Year and Female Player of the Year for Manchester United Football Club. Marcus also got the men's Players' Choice Player of the Year. Shout out. His speeches were great. I loved how he ended everything by saying that it'll all feel better if we win the FA Cup. That's just smashing. And Ms. Russo, she was very complimentary to her coach, her team, and the supporters. So it's good to see that, you know, the men's and the women's teams are both, you know, showing success. Both are going to be in the Champions League next year. The women they finished second. That's a step above the men. They also went to the FA Cup final, and they had they lost to Chelsea, but we won't talk about that. But it was a very successful season for the women's team, just as much as the men. And so that's where we're at with that. You know, the player awards, it was good to see that the guys were excited, but you could tell there was something hovering over them. The work is to be done. There's some work to be done, so I appreciate that. Where we at with the buyout? Who knows where the Ross Clout were with the buyout? Nobody knows a thing. You know, it was still stuck in mud. You know, there's rumors that the Glazers are going to go to the FA Cup. So if you have a betting mind, you would assume that they're not going to say anything before the FA Cup, because why would they? Because if they're going to sell the club, they wouldn't go to the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to make a decision, it's not going to happen. But basically my point is they're not going to make a decision for the FA Cup. So if anyone's get that in their mind, it's a dead thing. Let that go. God knows who knows when it happened. And that's another problem. Transfer window is going to start shortly. You know, teams have been contacting players and letting them know how they feel and what they can offer. As for us, all we can say is, this is our project. We like you. We can't talk numbers because we don't have an owner yet. So we're kind of just stuck. It could be a situation where it's last year where we are fighting through the scraps. We're not going to get the primetime players. And that'd be a shame, because Erik ten Hag has made it be clear that he needs players and he needs help. As what players that's linked with us? Who ain't? You know what I'm saying? We've heard the Neymars. I think I heard Messi one time, but that was fuckery. Harry Kane is a strong one for center half. There's no doubt that we need a center half. The gentleman for Napoli, the center back was another hot one. That was actually the first one. You know, I don't think center back is a great need right now. It's not too deep, but it's one of our deeper positions. But the price that we could allegedly get this gentleman for is a great deal. So we'll see what goes on with that. But Harry Kane, Mason Mount, those are the big names again tossed around. You know, my whole thing is, if these are guys that Erik ten Hag wants, get them. You know, we all can have our speculations and doubts and questionings and, I don't like this guy, I don't like this guy, whoop-de-whoop, I love this guy. It's all what Ten Hag says. So anyone else, you can speculate and guess and fill what needs and do scout reports. I mean, we all have an idea who we like, but if the boss wants Harry Kane, we should get. Another front, there's the news going around that people are kind of excited that Edna van der Sar resigned from Ajax, and there's a possibility, you know, everybody wants to romanticize it and say because he's an ex-United legend, he's a director of football, he's worked with Ten Hag, it'd be a perfect fit. Who knows? You know, the gentleman right now, is it John Murtaugh is his name? I almost said that anyway. Is his name? You know, since Ed Woodward's gone, we haven't done such a shit job. We brought in Casemiro, Anthony Erickson. Sabitzer was a good pickup. Woot was fair. Poor Woot. Woot can't even score, bro. It just won't work. It's wicked to Ross clap. My man did everything right, and the ball just goes straight to the right. It's a rough one for Woot. I think we've seen Woot today. You know, I don't think we're gonna see him too much in United uniform, but let's not go on. Let's get into that. My whole point is, you know, our current, whoever's running it right now is not doing a terrible job. They seem to be getting the pieces that Ten Hag has wanted. So I don't know how much we are in need for a new director of football. I know that sounds crazy, but it ain't Woodward, so everything's calm. FA Cup, this is what it is. This is the 132nd, 152nd? Wow, my math is crazy. FA Cup, let me check that. I want to give you, I don't want to sound like a jerk out here. I don't know. I think it's the 152nd FA Cup. Well, anyway. Huge match. I'm not even going to front. Huge match. We know what the Stockport's up for. They're trying to get the treble. We're the only team that's had a European treble. I'm kind of confident, just for the simple fact, I think, you know, City is a great team, cheaters, but a great team. They've kind of skated by the whole season. They've kind of had a nice run of things. I don't think they've been pushed. I don't think anyone's been in their face, truly. I think too many teams have cowered down for them. And it's been a nice ride for them. You know, teams come there, play City, and it's a thing like you can feel like, you know, everybody's like, oh, City's going to win. And both teams believe it. Except for us. But it's a situation what you have now is, where do they draw their inspiration from to fight off what we can bring? They know when we play them, well, we know when we play them, we're going to bring our best. We know we're going to fight them. We know we can beat them because we've done it. We know when it's time to do, if we need to draw inspiration to do something great in a great moment, we can just look at the walls. We can walk in the stadium. We can go in our trophy case. We can talk to players who are alive, who have done the madness for us. So there's inspiration everywhere for the Manchester United Football Club. There's a belief that it's already in them because it's in them in a way. You get what I'm saying? They wake up, they go to the complex, they go there. It's there. Reminders that you can do this. Uh-oh, I clapped. City don't got that. They ain't got that. They don't got that extra thing, that extra push, that extra DNA, that extra history. They don't have that tradition. That's why I'm confident. 2-1. I'm going with a 2-1 to beat City. It's calm. I'm going to be at the pub. It's going to be rocking. It's going to be hundreds of United supporters in the pub. It's going to be lit. 2-1. I said it here. I'm calm right now, but as the week goes on, I'm going to be a wreck. It's going to be the hardest game to watch too. It's going to be a kick in the you know what to watch. And I love it. I love this situation. I love pressure. I love that there's something great on the horizon if we obtain it. Got me? It's Casey, 1878 Casual. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Likes, mash like, subscribe, tell somebody, comment, share. Shout out to Webby O'Neal channel for having us on. Deeply honored. Go check it out. Patch and Bandito did a great job representing the channel. 1878 Casual has been a nice ride. We got one more thing to do. Brought to you by Terrace Coat and Moo Moo Me Ice Cream. It's calm.